growth in the students that participate in that program. And they also help with our after-school programs. So we are deeply involved with Save the Children. We appreciate everything they've been doing for us.
Great. And during the pandemic, did anything change in the way that Save the Children was able to be helpful?
It was a little different. Like, we weren't in person a whole lot last year. We were remote a lot, but they were still able to reach out to our students and check in with them daily to see if they needed anything and to work on their reading skills. And the teachers were all really great about knowing what the kids needed, not only just for literacy, but for other parts of their life as well. So definitely.
Great. Well, you know, how long have I been reading with this school? A couple of years, right?
Yeah. What, 2, 3 now?
Maybe 3 years.
Yeah.
I love these kids. These are my kids. I can't wait to come home and visit you guys. All right, let's get started. I know, you know, I don't want to take advantage of people, but I'm just repeating, it's Giving Tuesday, and I will match whatever you guys donate. So please bring it on in. Let's donate to Save the Children, and I promise the money is going to help kids like these kids in West Virginia. It's going to help kids all across the country and all across the world. Let's go for it.
You want me to flip around so you can say hi to these kids?
Yeah, let me say hi to my kids.
Here they are. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi. Are you ready? Ready?
You ready?
Do what we do. 1, 2, 3.
There they are. They're great dabbers.
They are the best dabbers. Do you know how that tradition started, Miss Cunningham? One time I came on and the sound wasn't working. And so I could see them, they could see me, and we could not figure out how to get the sound working. So we just started playing around and we started dabbing. And that was years ago. That was, yes. We have read from movie sets, from airports, all kinds of places. And today I have a book I know you guys love, 5 More Sleeps to Christmas.
Yeah, do you remember that one from last year? Yeah, they definitely remember.
Okay, good. Because you know what, guys? Now that Thanksgiving is over, we are getting there. We are right there with 5 More Sleeps to Christmas. And a favorite, The Relatives Came by Cynthia Rylant. Guys, I don't know if you remember this. I've read Cynthia Rylant to you before. Do you know what's special about her? Do you know where she's from?
You know where the author's from? West Virginia.
West by God, Virginia. Are you kidding me? A children's book author, one of the most prolific children's book author. This is a Caldecott Honor book, which is like winning an Oscar for a children's book. And she is from our home state. She probably didn't grow up thinking like, oh, everybody gets to be a children's book author, but she just did it. She loved it and she did it and she's great at it. And never forget, you guys can do it too. You can do anything. Okay, I think I will start with, I'm going to start with Cynthia Rylant and we'll finish with this one because I know you guys love that one already. Oh, are you going to disappear?
I think I am. I think I have to exit, but we'll watch you. We're going to watch you on our board up here. So.
Okay, I want to see those kids one more time.
All right. There they are.
Hey guys, are we going to do our Christmas reading challenge this year?
Oh, the Christmas reading challenge. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You know what it takes. If you read, what do I send you if you read? $20. $20. I can't wait to see the list. Okay, we'll talk to your teachers. I'll talk to Miss Cunningham. We'll get it all set up, but I can't wait to see what you guys read over Christmas. It's so important to read every single day, especially over break when you're not at school. And I know you all are doing it. Who there is an awesome reader?
I guess awesome readers, they all are.
That's right. Who there is a mountaineer?
You guys mountaineers? Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying not to say the name of your school, but hey, you guys, you know, I love you all. I just think you're the coolest. Let's have one more dab before I start reading. Ready? 1, 2, 3, boo! You're the best. You guys are like amazing. You're the Rockettes of dabbers. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to you, but please watch because I'm reading for you.
All right, say thanks and have happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. I'll see you guys in the new year.
Okay, bye.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to start with The Relatives Came. Cynthia Rylant really is one of my favorite authors. The Relatives Came, story by Cynthia Rylant, illustrated by Stephen Gamble. It was in the summer of the year when the relatives came. They came up from Virginia. They left when their grapes were nearly purple enough to pick, but not quite. They had an old station wagon that smelled like a real car, and in it they put an ice chest full of soda pop and some boxes of crackers and some bologna sandwiches, and up they came from Virginia. They left at 4 in the morning when it was still dark, before even the birds were awake. Here they come. They drove all day long and into the night, and while they traveled along, they looked at the strange houses and different mountains, and they thought about their almost purple grapes back home. They thought about Virginia, but they thought about us too, waiting for them. Here they go. So they drank up all their pop, they ate up all their crackers, and traveled all those miles until finally they pulled into our yard. Here they are. Then it was hugging time. Talk about hugging. Those relatives just passed all around their car, pulling us against their wrinkled Virginia clothes, crying sometimes. They hugged us for hours. Look at that. Talk about hugging. Then it was into the house, so much laughing and shining faces and hugging in the doorways. You'd have to go through at least 4 different hugs to get from the kitchen to the front room. Those relatives. Hug, 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 hugs everywhere. Finally, after a big supper, 2 or 3 times around until we got a turn at the table, there was quiet talk, and we were in 2s and 3s through the house. The relatives weren't particular about beds, which was good since there weren't any extra. So a few squeezed in with us and the rest slept on the floor, some with their arms thrown over the closest person, or some with one arm across one person, a leg across another. It was different going to sleep with all that new breathing in the house. Even the dog. The relatives stayed for weeks and weeks. They helped us tend the garden, and they fixed any broken things they could find. There's a haircut. They ate up all our sandwiches and melons, then promised we could eat up all their grapes and peaches when we came to Virginia. Playing the fiddle, mending fences. But none of us thought about Virginia much. We were so busy hugging and eating and breathing together. Finally, after a long time, the relatives loaded up their ice chest and headed back to Virginia at 4 in the morning. We stood there in our pajamas and waved them off in the dark. We watched the relatives disappear down the road. Then we crawled back into our beds. It felt too big and too quiet. We fell asleep. There go the relatives. And here's everybody else waving goodbye. Kind of lonely feeling. And the relatives drove on all day long and into the night. And while they traveled along, they looked at the strange houses and different mountains, and they thought about their dark purple grapes waiting. Missed us. There they go. This is what it looks like to drive in West Virginia. When they were finally home in Virginia, they crawled into their silent, soft beds and dreamed about the next summer. Here they go, and they're finally home. The end. This was my family when we would leave West Virginia and drive all day and all night and all day and all night to get to our relatives in Texas and Oklahoma. And just thinking about all those hugs and thinking about those long hours in the car talking about the hugs to come and the hugs that just happened, that's a nice feeling. Okay, switching gears. 5 More Sleeps to Christmas, a favorite of this particular elementary school that I love. And it is by my friend, Jimmy Fallon. I mean, come on, who doesn't love Jimmy Fallon? He's a great author. If you don't know Jimmy's books, you should check them out, because if you have a baby in your life, they're awesome. Rich Dees is the designer and illustrator. Oh, he's the illustrator. So he did a great job too. Here we go. Ready? Gary's chew toy Peppy is helping me count sheep. But it's not working. We're still up. We cannot fall asleep. Oh, finally. It's hard to fall asleep at Christmas time. Did I miss a page? Hang on, I might have missed. I did. So sorry. I got to start again. You can't miss the first page of a book. That's just verboten. Just 5 more sleeps to Christmas. Can you believe it's here? I know that Santa's coming soon because I've been good all year. 5 more sleeps to Christmas. I'm not sure I can wait. I got good grades. I fed the dog. I even cleared my plate. Now, pretend like you haven't heard this page. Gary's chew toy Peppy is helping me count sheep, but it's not working. We're still up. We cannot fall asleep. Oh, then they fall asleep. See? Just 4 more sleeps to Christmas and a visit from Kris Kringle. The halls are decked, the tree is trimmed, the bells are being jingled. Do you guys have a Christmas tree yet? Because I do not. The cocoa's hot inside the mugs. The candy canes are crunched. The popcorn tin is empty because the popcorn's all been munched. No more popcorn. Just 4 more sleeps and then it's here. I have to go to bed. But visions of my favorite toys keep dancing in my head. Oh, finally did it. Now it's 3 more sleeps to Christmas. I'm looking at the snow. I'm watching every snowflake thinking 3 more sleeps to go. ton of donations. Come on. I'm cozy in my bed with lots of Christmas thoughts to think. Just one more sleep till Christmas. Is this day finally here? I put out Santa's cookie and the milk for his reindeer. I'm snuggled in pajamas and the stockings have been hung. The tree has been unplugged and all the carols have been sung. They look ready for Santa. Look at that. Just one sleep left till Christmas. The day is coming soon. And can it be? I think I saw a sleigh go past the moon. Look at this. There he is asleep. But look what he sees. and saying, you know what, we've got to do better for poor kids and trying to hold people accountable. So that is what Save the Children is all about. I'm so proud to be affiliated with such an incredible organization, and just thrilled and grateful for every single one of these donations. $5,513.90. Come on, test me. Let's do it. We will leave this up and let's see. I will match what is coming in, and I'll match. Let's see how high you go. I'll match above what I even said. Let's just see. Bring it. Let's do it. Know that you are helping kids who, if they're in the US, they might be in the neighborhood, or not even in a neighborhood. They might be on some highway out in the middle of nowhere. They might be, you know, in California in the Central Valley, which, do you know that that's a food desert? It's two things. It's the salad bowl for the United States. It's where all of our produce is grown. All of these incredible, you know, just these lush farms are growing everything that is shipped around the country for all of us to eat. But the kids who are growing up there, well, I'll tell you something. You know what they eat? They have 2 convenience stores, and that is it. I've been there. They have 2 convenience stores, and they eat whatever is packaged at those stores. They may never see the fresh fruits and vegetables that their parents are providing, which I'm so excited, because the company that I'm a co-founder for, Once Upon a Farm, is helping provide these kids with food, fresh fruits and vegetables, 1 million meals over the next couple of years here in rural America. 1 million meals. Thank you, Once Upon a Farm. That's a plug, but it's also showing that business can help. So let's see, you're still going, so I'm going to tell you more. Okay, I'll tell you things like, I mean, just the coolest things. Like, do you know that there are really scary things happening in the world, that climate is already causing huge migrations and huge droughts? There are 20 countries about to descend into drought and famine in the world. And do you know that, yes, we know that. What's to be done about it? Well, one thing that's to be done is make sure that kids have food. So Save the Children is already looking at what is going to happen in the world in the next, you know, however many years, and making sure that we have huge stores of food stationed across the world to get to the children that need it as quickly as possible. Do you know that when something happens like the Ebola crisis in Congo, do you know who doesn't leave? Who's right there? Save the Children. As a matter of fact, at the time, our CEO, Carolyn Miles, she went to Ebola. Sorry, pardon. She went to the Congo and saw the work being done and held children who were sick, and just put a human face on, hey, there are kids here and we've got to do our best by them. We can't just desert them. I was so proud of Carolyn when she did that. Do you know, let's see, what else? Do you know that Save the Children has helped reduce the number of child marriages and has helped increase the number of girls going to school? And I'll tell you, this is around the world, but here's the problem. During the pandemic, so many girls stopped having access to school, and fighting back to get those rights again is so important. And so Save the Children is in there just trying to make sure that girls have access to the educations that they deserve, because we all know women will change the world. But we're not just a women's organization, we are a children's organization. We these, the Army, the Navy, all of these people come together, and FEMA and the Red Cross and Save the Children, you know, they come together and they make life better. I used to think that the Red Cross was, you know, a competition for us. And so I would be like, ah, the Red Cross getting all this money. And then when I went to enough shelters after disasters, I realized they're not just colleagues. We're really floods or something like, you know, something like that, where kids are terrified, maybe by seeing rain again, or maybe they just have, they're holding trauma in different ways. And what has been discovered is that poverty is such a trauma that Journey of Hope is helpful to kids growing up. As a matter of fact, we could all use Journey of Hope. But what it does is setting all their energy out, and they were saying, now let's do the parachute like we're angry. Let's do the parachute like we're happy. Let's do the parachute like we're calm. They were doing all of these feelings with the parachute, and then they sit down and they read a book. In this case, it was Jamie Lee Curtis's incredible book, Today I Feel Silly, and which is all about it's okay to feel all different ways. It's so important for kids to know that. And then they had kids go around and they had them draw on a blank template of a human figure, like, you know, like just very basic gingerbread kind of figure. And they had them draw their feelings for the day. Well, the kids that I saw drawing their feelings really drew their feelings. And then they went around, and if they wanted to talk about what they had drawn, they could. One little boy had colored his face in completely black. One little girl had drawn tears falling from her eyes in a puddle of. Every child would say, I'm happy, you know, and just draw a happy face. But when asked with respect, kids will tell you what's going on with them. And because of that day, because of that session, Save the Children was able to help the school see what children needed intervention at home. One child was at a foster home and didn't feel safe there. One child was missing his grandmother who had just passed. One